Welcome back, everyone, and today we're going to be discussing my top 10 favorite songs from the Jefferson Airplane. This is a 60s version, the Jefferson Airplane, not Jefferson Starship of the 70s and not the Starship of the 80s. This is the Jefferson Airplane psychedelic band of the 1960s. And my favorite songs, my top 10 favorite songs. Jefferson Airplane was a band that had two really popular songs that came out in the 60s, two anthems for the hippies in the 60s. One was called Somebody to Love. Don't you want somebody to love? And the other one was White Rabbit, which of course everyone's familiar with. Those two songs, even though I do enjoy them, will not be in this top 10. Sorry. So, in saying that, I'm going to go ahead and give you my top 10, beginning with number 10. It is a song called Martha from the album Bathing at Baxter's. Bathing at Baxter's was probably one of their more psychedelic albums, much more psychedelic than their first two albums, even though I do enjoy their second album the most. This song starts out with the way it just sounds. I love that 60s sound. I know I keep saying this when I'm talking about 60s music, but it's that distant sound, and it just gives you this feel of nostalgia, even if you weren't not around during that time. It's just something about it. But this song really brings me back to a point in my life where I'd just gotten into psychedelic music. I'd just gotten into the Jefferson Airplane, and I remember watching this video and the feel that I had. So Martha, Bathing at Baxter's. Number 9 is a song off of the Surrealistic Pillow album, which is their most popular album, the one that has the two songs that I mentioned earlier. And this song is kind of I think it was written by Skip Spence, the drummer, but it's kind of or was it written by him? Spencer Dryden, Spencer Dryden is who it was written by. But it's called My Best Friend. And it has this sort of, jaunty little cloppity-clop feel to it, oh, you're my best friend, you are my best friend. Such a cool song, fun little song, makes you feel good to listen to it. But it comes in at number 9. Number 8 is a song written by probably my favorite member of the Jefferson Airplane, who recently passed on, Marty excuse me, Marty Ballin, and he had such a beautiful voice. He was a crooner. If you take it back to the old days of the 40s, and he just had that voice. He could sing just such a beautiful melody in a song, and this is a song written by him called It's No Secret, and it was off of the Jefferson Airplane Takes Off, their debut album. Marty has such a beautiful voice, such a powerful voice. He reminds me a lot of Paul McCartney, how Paul McCartney could sing very melodically, but then he could just get really rocking sometimes. I mean, he goes from, something like Blackbird to something like Helter Skelter, or David Gilmour, who can sing really beautiful for Pink Floyd, but then he can get really harsh as well. So Marty had that sort of voice where he could tackle just about any sort of genre, but he's really good at singing these types of songs, love songs. The next one is number 7. It's called Rejoice, and it's off of the Bathing at Baxter's album. And it is Grace Slick singing this song. And this one takes me back as well to a certain period of my life. Very haunting melody, this song. Not very well known, but I don't even know if they ever played it live. I'm sure they did. But Grace Slick just it's such a haunting song. It's a very progressive song as well. There's a lot of, I mean, there's some changes in this song, but that comes in at number 7. Number 6 is called The House at Poonell Corners. It's probably one of their heaviest songs, with all three, Marty and Paul Kantner and Grace singing. Really heavy guitar from Yorma, their guitarist, and from Jack Cassidy, their bass player. I love Jack Cassidy. I love his look. Love the way he plays the bass. But it starts out with this very heavy bass. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Very heavy bass. I love that song. The House at Poonell Corners. And it's off the Crown of Creation album, I believe. The next one, number 5, is a ballad by Marty Ballin again, and this one is called Today, and it is probably his greatest love song. It's got that 60s production to it, and Marty's voice is just incredible in this song. Just amazing vocal work by Marty. He is just, if you really want to get a taste of Marty's just angelic vocals, you need to listen to this song Today from the Surrealistic Pillow album. Coming in at number 4 is a song from the Crown of Creation album, and it is the title track, Crown of Creation. Very driving song. All three members singing. All three vocalists singing, which is Paul Kantner, Grace Slick, and Marty Ballin, with their harmonies. Just they nail it. It's just they have a different sound. It's not like a lot of vocal harmonies that you would hear, like the Beach Boys or Crosby, Stills and Nash, or even the Beatles. I mean, this is the Jefferson Airplane. It's like they created their own harmonies. But that's Crown of Creation. It's got a breakdown in the song as well that's just very heart-wrenching, very intense. But that's number 4. Number 3 is a song off Crown of Creation, and this was also done by David Crosby. I think David Crosby even wrote this song. It's called Triad, and it's about a love triangle, so to speak. And it's from Crown of Creation as well. Grace Slick sings this song. It's a very haunting song as well, but a beautiful song. You don't have to be in that sort of lifestyle to appreciate this song. It's just a great song. The chords in it David Crosby put together I love that chord progression in this song. And I try to play it sometimes on a nylon string acoustic guitar. Very, very cool. Coming in at number 2 is the song really made popular by Crosby, Stills, and Nash called Wooden Ships. But the Jefferson Airplane version off the Volunteers album is very different than the Crosby, Stills, and Nash version. This is a very toned down, very mellow version. It feels more like wooden ships. It feels more like you are trying to, escape and get away to this utopian place after, the Holocaust of nuclear war or whatever. But this, the way they do it, the way they mix it up in this, I love the Crosby, Stills, and Nash version, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love it. But I really love Wooden Ships, Jefferson Airplane style as well. Can't really say I love one better than the other, but it's a really good song. That comes in at number 2. And my number 1 favorite Jefferson Airplane song of all time, very simple little song, but it makes me feel so good when I hear this song. It's one of my happy songs. It's one of my sunny day songs. It's called DCBA 25. And that title was taken in sort of relation to LSD 25, so it is a drug song, but I don't care if it is or not. I mean, it makes me feel good to hear it. Beautiful lyrics, the way they sing it, the way they put it together, it's just a very uplifting song, a happy song, and it's my number one song from the Jefferson Airplane, and that's my top 10 Jefferson Airplane songs. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe. If you have any ideas, make a comment. What are your favorite Jefferson Airplane songs? I've got top 10 lists all over my channel. Check them out. Give me your top 10 as well. But that's it. My top 10 Jefferson Airplane. Taking off. Goodbye.